My name is Enrico Addy.
And I'm Wesley Ridenour.
And we are the UAH Computer Engineering Senior Design Group 22, Charger Arcade Terminals. In the UAH game creating classes like CPE 353, CS 347, and Digital Multimedia, there is a little opportunity for games to escape the scope of the class. Charger Arcade Terminals fixed this by providing a physical way for UAH students to show off their games to the UAH populace at large. Charger Arcade Terminals are constructed of the arcade shell, electronics, including controls and peripherals, the user interface, and the Ethernet network. Terminals share two collections of games, permanent and temporary. First, a user interfaces with the arcade controls to navigate the user interface. From here, the user is able to select either of the terminal's collections of games, permanent or temporary. Each Charger Arcade terminal allows the user to select from one of these collections, either permanent or temporary, by using the available USB slot to load their own games into the terminal. These games can be played in single player or in groups of up to 4 terminals. Once the user has selected a game to play, the user interface takes a back seat and the game files begin execution. The state of the game is transmitted via Ethernet cable through a single 4-port Ethernet switch. The front of the arcade shell features the controls panel, monitor panel, and upper speaker vents for the 2 speaker peripherals. The screws in the control panel are quickly removable to allow access underneath the control panel. In the back of the arcade shell, terminals have 2 operable panels, the top and bottom. The bottom panel has slits for ventilation for larger computer systems, and both panels feature holes to allow the passage of power and Ethernet cables. In the top shelf, terminal electronics are housed and wired to the arcade controls, while the bottom shelf holds space for a desktop computer. The top of the terminals houses speakers seated on a small shelf. Wheels are mounted to the bottom of the terminals for easy movement. The terminal electronics are composed of the arcade controls, monitor, speakers, network switch, and terminal computer. Controls are received from the buttons and joystick with a Raspberry Pi Pico, then sent via USB serial to the terminal computer. The terminal computer receives these inputs and translates them into game inputs, based upon the controls package for a particular game. Speakers and the monitor are connected to the computer using HDMI and USB cables, while the network switch is connected with Ethernet cables.
This is the package editing software for the Charger Arcade Terminals project. This is where you'll put in all the information that the terminals will use. So let's name our game, choose a random image. Here you can upload a file for the game. Let's put me as the creator, put in my email. And here you can add some controls, mapping, and then you click on any of the titles, you'll get information for that. You click off, you get the regular help information. Now let's save the game. Let's go to my fake USB here, replace the thing that already exists, and then we'll go over to the main UI software. So we press the green button here. It takes you to this screen where you can select a game using the joystick. Here's a little menu. You can do some things. Let's get out of here. Plug in the USB. It's basically what we just did there. Now we'll see the games that were in there or here, including our new game. You can hit play. You can hit invite others. You can go back. If you hit invite others, it'll make something like this. You hit join, it'll start the game.